Hi, just want to share some thoughts about vacuum cleaners today. A lot of people, of course, use vacuum cleaners, and uh, when they don't work, they buy a new one, expensive. You can avoid buying new vacuum cleaners if you follow my simple steps. They're not that hard to do. Anybody can do it. You don't need any special tools. You don't have to do any deep dive into your vacuum cleaner, but you can fix it and make it work like I did today. Of course, going to show you what I did, but I actually already cleaned up my vacuum cleaner, and I'm going to show you what I did. Okay. So the vacuum cleaner I'm using is an older Bissell Bagless vacuum cleaner. It's very nice. It's it's got a roller blade right there. As you can see, it's been used. I bought it used, and the reason why I got it used was because it was facing the same wear problem, and I fixed it. And you can do it again. It's not that hard. They're really easy to work on. So I'm going to tell you the first thing that you want to look at. Look at what I'm going to point to, and then I'll tell you how to deal with it. And I've done many vacuum cleaners. This is my not first vacuum cleaner that I did, but I've revived many. But of course, I like bagless vacuum cleaner because there's no cost of buying bags every time, because that was a big problem. Bags are generally small and they fill up very quickly, especially with heavy traffic in your house. Okay, so this is the bottom part of my vacuum cleaner. What I want you to focus on is this big roller. This is what lifts up all the stuff from the carpet, kind of like when you brush your hair. So basically it turns by the same motor that actually have a vacuum on it. So one motor does dual things. Now these end up picking up all the stuff. Now if you have girls with long hair in your house, you're gonna clog this thing very quickly. So the hair will basically bundle up in there, and it will be hard for motor to turn this brush around, and it won't suck because it will block the little space that they have around for the vacuum cleaner to suck your dirt up. So this lifts it off of the carpet, the brush does, and then the vacuum cleaner sucks it. So there are two major things that the motor is doing. So now they have the belt, and the belt is right here. There's a rubber belt here that is driven by the shaft on the motor. This belt will fail first if this is very clogged. And I've seen severe cases of hair clogged roller brush, and you definitely don't want to let it get that far. So you want to clean it after every time. If you, like I said, if you have anybody in your house with long hair, this will, even not too long, girls just in general, their hair will definitely, because of the way the vacuum is, will basically get trapped here. It won't be sucked in the vacuum because they won't get past this. So clean this area first. If you don't clean it, your belt will go out, and then you will have to change the belt, which means you're going to have to open these 4 screws, take the cover out, and then take the roller out, put a new belt in there, which goes from the drive shaft here to there. So yeah, avoid all that by just cleaning it up. Your vacuum roller will not have any problems. And older designs used to have gaps in between right here in this edges. There's 2 bearings in there, and those bearings keep the roller rolling smoothly. But if the hair get in between, the heat builds up and it just damages the roller. So you might end up buying a new roller if you let it go too far. That cost is generally around $25 plus. So keep that in mind. Belts are cheaper, probably $10, depending on where you get it. But you can avoid all that if you keep these clean after every heavy use. Like say if you clean your house, vacuum it, make sure you check that. Not that hard, no need tools required. You just have to pick the hair up, use a scissor or something and cut them out and slowly clean it up. Might take you 5 minutes to do it, but it will make your vacuum cleaner last very long. So this is a second thing I'm going to share. So you already know about the roller. Roller is very important because it does a very important job, especially on the carpet. It lifts up all the dirt that's inside, deep inside into the carpet, and then the vacuum is able to suck it out. Otherwise, without rollers, the vacuum is not going to do its job. So you definitely on a carpet have to have a vacuum with roller on. Now I've seen some people use the vacuums without roller. They don't do as good a job because there's nothing lifting the dirt out of the carpet, and that's what you need. So the rollers have to be there, and also you also have to make sure you clean them after every use. If you don't do that, then you're going to be replacing either the roller or the belt or the vacuum cleaner, whichever is easier for you, I guess. It only takes 5 minutes. Just do that. Now the second problem, which I ran today, it doesn't happen as often as the roller blade. Roller you need to clean up every time, but there is of course a vacuum in there. So all the dirt from your carpet goes through the hoses, and the vacuum will lose suction. So I noticed that because when I was trying to, I detached the hose to get to the corners where you can't take your upright vacuum cleaner on, and I was trying to, I realized that it wasn't able to suck a leaf that was at my door, and I was saying, why is it not sucking it? It's because it's clogged. So I was like, I do clean them up, and so I missed an area on a bagless vacuum cleaner that was heavily clogged, so it wasn't really doing anything. The suction was like maybe down to 20%, 25% maybe. So yeah, that was bad. So I'm gonna show you what I did. On this Bissell vacuum cleaner, you see bagless one, you have this lever here, you pull that that way, and now this releases, and then you can pull this out. So there are definitely, this is where most of your garbage goes in, and I have washed it, but I've, you know, not like a really clean wash, but yeah, you can see it was very dirty, had a lot of stuff in there, but you change it every time you use it. Bagged vacuum cleaner, you replace the bag, which is easier, but doesn't mean that they don't have the same problem. Okay, so anyway, in this they have a filter in the bottom that was clogged in my case. I mean, I thought maybe something was clogged in this hose, and this hose, you detach it from here. Okay, see, that leaf came out because I didn't really use anything. So this leaf wasn't able to go through this, and the suction was, and the reason was that the vacuum was clogged. So where it was clogged was like the air. See, the rollers have a hose above it, and it sucks the dirt away from through this hose, and then it goes into this hose and all the way down this way. And then if I turn around, it comes from the back here, right here, to this area, and then there's a what you call it, a semi filter. I don't even call this a filter, but this thing, I washed it and cleaned it, but this stops the big stuff from getting inside the vacuum because they don't really want to clog the stuff. So this protects it from there. So these little holes only let the dirt go in your vacuum, so it stops most of the stuff in there, because this is really not designed for like a shop vacuum, so it won't definitely suck this in there. So you will have to clean this area first, you know, because actually no, I'm going wrong. Okay, so this creates the, yeah, this is just a motor. This area is basically sucking the stuff to the motor, which is going to the primary filter. So it stops the items, especially the big items, going from, like, it sits right there. So when the air is sucked from the bottom of this tub, it basically creates the effect, and the trash comes in, goes on the side, and it goes in here, okay, and then stays there. But this is the part of the suction hose right there. So everything comes from this hose. The other hose that I showed you comes in here, goes on top, goes in there, and then the suction is going through this. So this was clogged a little bit, and then the air was going in. So there's generally a bottom part right here. So there's a filter right here. Now this filter comes off. You can replace it, or like I did, hold on. So yeah, so I cleaned this up. So this sponge part is a primary filter, and then there's actual filter inside it. So you don't need to replace this. You can wash it and let it dry. Of course, you want to make sure that if you're going to use it right after you wash it, it's going to get clogged quickly because it's going to be, and you defeat the purpose of it. So you wash it, clean it like I did, and then put it back in there. I did test the vacuum after. It's a little hard to do it with one hand. So you basically, there you go. You just twist it and it's on there, and then you put this back on this thing, and again, hard to do with one hand, so I think it's on. Once you have it, you put it back in there, but you get the idea. So yeah, the filter cleaning is very important. There's a third filter right here which needs to be cleaned up too. This is the air from the motor that's leaving. So after going through 3 level of filtration, like big particles here, the small particles down there, and then finally through this. So it should keep all the dirt getting out of the vacuum cleaner. This area does get really dirty, but I mean, I guess if you want to, you can take a toothbrush and clean it out, but to me it doesn't matter because it's going to get dirty again anyway. So but the thing is, this is the main area. This was layered with dirt because I forgot about it. So I cleaned it. Now the vacuum cleaner works great. Next time I use it, once that filter is dry, it will work great. So yeah, that's what you need to do. You can save hundreds of dollars of vacuum cleaner. People think it's people think it's generally the vacuum cleaner's fault, but no, it's your fault if you are not maintaining your vacuum cleaner. This is part of the regular service, kind of like cars and anything you use. They do have, especially when you're cleaning a house, like like if you use a rag and you wipe something off, it gets dirty. You have to wash it. Same thing with the vacuum cleaner. Helping you. You don't have to manually take the brush and trying to brush the carpet. That's going to be very time consuming. You're using a vacuum, but when you're done, you have to clean it. If you don't clean it, you will be buying a new vacuum cleaner. So these are my 2 tips: clean the roller and clean the vacuum. And it doesn't matter which vacuum you have, they're all designed to be easy to clean. Just people don't know or don't want to do it. And I used to work in a convenience store a long time ago, and I used to do that for the store. The owner, the other guys, when they use vacuum, and they would clog the vacuum, and then the owner would just end up buying a new vacuum cleaner. And I said, no, you just need to clean it up. But of course, I had other things to do, so I did it maybe one time. But that's not really. And over there, the guys just don't care about the equipment they use. So but yeah, if you care about saving money, then you really want to make sure that you're cleaning your vacuum cleaner properly. After every use, you have to clean the roller and the filter, depending on how much I would say every few months or something like that. After 4 or 5 use, you should clean it up because it will accumulate a lot. But if you do it every time, you can do that. It's not that hard. So yeah, keep it clean, and it helps you breathe because mostly the dirt is dead cells. So if you know what the dirt is composed of, and you don't want that stuff in your house. So vacuuming is the easiest way to get it out. So, and if your vacuum is clean, it will do a better job. And like say, if if you're trying to go over the area many times because your vacuum is not able to do the good job of sucking all that dirt out of the carpet, then it'll save you time too, because it will work like it's supposed to. Okay, so anyway, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe my videos, and I'll come out with new interesting videos like this for you. And if you want to add something, you can put a comment down there, and I'll read the comment and I'll reply to you. Yeah, that's how I do it, because not only I make YouTube videos, I watch YouTube videos to save myself from going through the same issues like others do. Because whenever you're doing first time, and I've done a lot of things without YouTube videos that I wish I had watched a video before I did it, because I could have saved myself a lot of grief, because it's always better. All right, thank you.